Perishon just won Orlando Regionals piloted by Wolfey Glick. And what seems fine to the naked eye is actually a very controversial topic among the Pokemon community for a few reasons. One, Perishon is not very fun to play against at all, for obvious reasons. And two, it means that Dondozo and Naganakle are no longer viable. Dondozo may never be able to get Tatsugiri in from Shadow Tag, and even when it does, it's guaranteed fates in 3 turns. And you could say you don't even bring Dondozo to the Perishon matchup, but you can see from here, Arcanine and Fluttermane just destroy the team without Dondozo. And the last reason is it may have actually saved Pokemon too. So before, Dondozo and Naganakle were taking like an hour and 30 minutes to finish their rounds due to them just being able to Soul Cure and recover each other, and Dondozo against Dondozo is pretty much an unbreakable force. But with Perishon, it means they're pretty much unviable because they always just faint, and it means games will go a lot quicker. This means that there will be no more tournament rounds going for ages with the Dondozo Mirror and Garlic Recover spam. So honestly, I don't actually mind if Perishon starts to pick up in usage, and it will force Dondozo and Naganakle to be used in different ways, which will probably be a bit less bulky. Also, Gothitelle is everywhere now, as you can see. And I want to talk about this because finally, an item that I love is now viable. This has been Shedgedale. Now, the holder may switch out even when it's trapped by a Pokemon or Ingrain. This being, you'd be trapped by Shadow Tag. This can be especially good against stuff like a Moongus, who otherwise wouldn't be able to get their Regenerator off and would become perish food. Or it could be good against things weak to Fluttermane. As you can see, Fluttermane is pretty much on all the Gothitelle teams, like one here, and one here. Great Tusk is another Pokemon that saw rapid usage in Orlando Regionals, mainly for the reason it combos so well with Talonflame and Dragonite. Let's say you lead Talonflame and Fluttermane with Great Tusk in the back. Well, Talonflame and Fluttermane, they're weak to Steel, Poison, Rock, Electric, and Ghost. Well, Great Tusk can take care of all of those types. And with the use of Earthquake, it can finish everything off after. With the pairing of Dragonite, you can go Extreme Speed for chip damage and then use Earthquake to also finish everything off. It's a bit weak to Ice, but for that reason, Tyranitar is being used with it. Sadly, Torkoal is gone and didn't cut top 32, though Pelipper did get one small placement, but compared to the last one where it got 8, it's definitely fallen off too. But a rising star, which you would have known about if you've watched my channel, has been Stonejourner, just got top 11. Which is insane thinking that the best placement before was in Sword and Shield being one top 32 placement in like a really small tournament. Stonejourner is easily the best wide guard user as it baits out stuff like Dazzling Gleam and Hyper Voice as it has a low special defense, and also Make It Rain and Earthquake because it's weak to those types. It also gets the ability Power Spot, which gives a life orb boost to all of your partner Pokemon. So this means that Dazzling Gleam can now, from Fluttermane, can now OHKO things like Iron Hands, even if they're Salt Vest, and it can also OHKO stuff like Great Tusk. The last thing I want to talk about is how bad Naganakle is now. So as you can see here, Naganakle only got 2 placements in top 32, which isn't too bad, but they are both 30 and 31, and before it got like 5 placements in top like 10. So it's definitely fallen off. And this is because not only are people using stuff like Cover Cloak now, which you can see from here, but stuff like Taunt is everywhere too. This means that Garg is just left to Soul Cure Pokemon that don't care and will get one shot by Great Tusk in return.